Hey guys, I recently bought a Jeep Gladiator. It's a 2023, and I wanted to put some mud flaps on it to keep rocks and that sort of thing from flying up on the side of it. So I purchased from RT-TCZ.com. If you have a Jeep and looking for accessories, that site's probably popped up quite a bit. So I got them in. They're pretty solid. You know, they're not flimsy at all. I think they were $70 for the set. They don't come marked, so there's no right, left, anything like that. It didn't come with any instructions. I emailed them about instructions or a video, and they sent me to a video that wasn't this brand. So I thought I'd make a video and see. So this is what it came with. Those push pins, which I think is enough. Also these plastic rivets, but I think I'm going to need 8. They only sent 6. And 2 screws, and I think I'm going to need 4, and they only sent 2. So I went and picked up a little from Harbor Freight, a little some pry bars, and a rivet tool, and a few rivets. I've never used any of these. I've never done this before. So we'll see how easy or hard it is, and if I screw it up, then maybe you can learn from my screw up. This is how they're oriented. That's the front on the driver's side, front, and the rear. And you can tell it's the rear because the little curve in it goes around the tailpipe and just on the passenger side. So we'll get started with the driver's side first. So this is the front on the driver's side. So you see, maybe you can see the 2 holes line up with the 2 push pins there. And these 2 holes line up with those 2 rivets. And then way over there, I'm gonna have to drill a hole, but that's just thin plastic, so it won't take much to do that. So it's just a matter of maneuvering this little tool around the rivet. It takes a little bit to get it in there, but once you do, it's just kind of prying it out. And they make better ones. I thought this would be okay, and it will. It's just gonna take a little work. So we got the rivets out, the plastic rivets. Now we're gonna get these little, I don't know what they're called, little push things out. Maybe. There we go. Not very difficult. Once you get the tool under, not that bad. Come right out. So we run into something right away that the provided push pins were too big to go into the holes I took the old ones out of. So I figured I had 2 options. I could either drill out those holes, make them bigger, which I didn't want to do, or just run up to the auto parts store and buy some push pins. So bought a couple things of assorted sizes, and hopefully this is going to work out. So I got 1 push pin in already. The other one. All right, I got the push pins back in. I ended up using the ones that came out of it. They're holding really well. Now we're going to get the rivets in. I've never done this. Here's the rivets that came with it, the plastic rivets. And I bought this tool with some assorted sized rivets from Harbor Freight. It was like $12. So again, I've never used it, so we'll try it together. It works out pretty easy. Put this on here, squeeze, pulls it tight. I guess I'll just get some nippers or something and just cut those ends off. It's in pretty good right now, but I am gonna put a little screw right there. Gonna have to turn the wheel to do that though. So it turns out the rivet tool will actually cut them. I went to tighten it up a little more, and it cut it off. So very cool. A little gap right there, but nothing like crazy. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, happy with the way it looks. Still got to put that screw in right there. So I'm gonna go turn the wheel so I can get the drill back. So super thin little piece of plastic. I'm using like an 1/8 inch drill bit. So now I'll just put I'm gonna put a screw there and put a washer on it. All right, so the first one is on. I may paint that black. I don't know. No, nobody's gonna see it. I'm not painting it. Whatever. All right, check it out. So it looks pretty good. It fits good. Like I said, there's a gap right here. I'm not worried about it. There'll be a little gap there, then a scratch on my door from a rock or something. But that first one took a minute, but I think because now we have what we need, hopefully the rest will go on a much smoother. So we're gonna move to the back passenger now. All right, just looking at the back, it's gonna fit on something like that. There's no push pins on this one. There's just where the screw hole is and the 2 rivets right here. So it should be easier. What I'm already seeing though, I'm not gonna be able to get my drill in there to get a hole over there. So I'm gonna try to take one of these just to poke a hole. If you don't have this, if I didn't have this, I would probably get a nail or something sharp just to get a hole going so I could start the screw in from there. So we're gonna get these rivets off and then worry about the hole. It takes some doing, so I couldn't do it and hold the camera too. But as soon as you can get underneath, get your tool underneath those rivets, which it takes a little bit of manipulation. It's not anything big deal. They come right out. It's pretty simple. So I'll get that one out and then we'll get it set. So one thing I've kind of figured out working with these rivets and this rivet tool is you kind of tighten it up as you go. So I was able to, like, there was a little gap, but I was able to close the gap up by slowly tightening these. And now I'm going to kind of finish them off. And the tool will actually clip it. My tire is kind of in the way. The tool will clip it. I thought before I was going to need some little nippers or something, but just leave a little bit. I may go clean that up. Nobody is ever going to see it though. All right. So that's nice and snug already. I'm going to try and play with that, try to get a hole started over there. I really don't think it's going to need it. If it gives me too much trouble, I probably won't even deal with it, but we'll see. All right, went a lot easier than I thought. Was able to punch a hole just right there, got the screw started, and took a little nubby to get fit in here, but also this pushed back, so it was easy to screw that in. But there's that one. That one was super simple compared to the front. And remember, that one's got that little curve in it that goes around the tailpipe, so it's easy to figure out what goes where, even though it's not marked. All right, we'll start the other side. So just like the other side, this is the front driver's side. I'm going to take out that rivet, that one, those 2 push pins. This will fit just like that. And then we'll have to screw a hole on the other side. So I'm going to get ready, getting these out. All right, man, I think we're getting the hang of it. So start to finish on this side, or this one right here, which is the passenger front. Start to finish was, I don't know, under 10 minutes. Got the rivets out real easy. The push pins came out easy, went in easy. So let's go finish this thing up, man. All right, this is the last one. So we got to take out this rivet, this one, and then we'll have to not drill a hole, we'll have to poke a hole to get the screw in on the other side. So this will just fit in something like that. It's the last one, so I'm gonna work on getting these rivets out. This one on the other side gave me the most trouble, so hopefully this one's not gonna give me any trouble, but we'll see. All right, so we finished up. That last one went on pretty easy, just like the other one did. Once you get the hang of it, it's not that hard. Like I said, I've just never done it. I've never used these tools. So, you know, after we get past that first one, everything was going pretty good after that. So let me show you everything I used. This was everything I had to use. A drill, an 1/8 inch bit, the rivet tool, and I needed some rivets. I used these pry tools to get the push pins and the old rivets out. Used the red handled tool to poke a hole because I couldn't get the drill in the back fender wells, and a little nubby screwdriver to get those screws in. Again, these are from RT-TCZ.com. I bought them myself. I think they were like $70. I'll put a link in the description below. So, you know, some of the cons is they didn't send enough hardware. The hardware they did send didn't fit. So I don't know if that's their problem, or I don't know if there's a standard size. So, but it didn't fit. They didn't send enough. They didn't send any instructions. But it did take a few weeks to get here. I did order it around the holidays, though, the Christmas holiday. So that may have had something to do. Some of the pros, the price. Other ones I looked at were at least double this price. There are some that are no drill. But these were pretty easy. Once you got going, you are going to need, you know, a couple little tools. Again, that rivet tool was $12 at Harbor Freight and came with more rivets. And those pry tools were, I don't know, another $10, something like that. No big deal. So all in all, I like the way they turned out. I like the price of them. I'd say they're worth it. So let me know what you think. Thanks.